Hi everybody, today we're making homemade potato salad. Perfect for summertime, you know, when you have your barbecues and you want a little side dish, this is perfect for that. Now this recipe is a family recipe. In fact, I just came across it just a little bit ago and decided to make it for you. I've been getting some requests. So I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. All right, let's go over our ingredients so we can get started. We're going to start off with our mayonnaise. I have a combination here of mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. So the ratio is about 3 to 1. Right over here I've got some mustard, and of course we're going to use about 6 eggs. And I'm using red potatoes, and try to use organic when you can because there's a lot of pesticides on potatoes. And we're going to need about 4 to 5 pounds of potatoes for this. Of course, we'll need some salt and pepper, as you can see right there. And right back here, I have some olives. These are chopped up. We have some onions. I got yellow onion here, green onion here, some radishes, and some celery. We're gonna start by hard boiling our eggs. So what we wanna do is just place them in a saucepan and cover them with cold water. All right, until there's about 1 inch over the top. We're gonna cook that, we're gonna bring that to a boil, and then I'm gonna turn the heat off, and I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it sit for 17 minutes. Now we're going to get our potatoes ready. So I'm leaving the skins on because I think it's just great to have them that way. And now we're just going to cut these into chunks. Bite-sized chunks will work. 1/2 inch to 1 inch in size I think would work well. I'll finish this up, and when I get them all in the pot, we'll move on to our next step. Now we'll place our potatoes on the stove with the lid, and we're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we'll simmer these until they're fork tender, which will probably be about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size that you cut them. Now while the potatoes are cooking, we're going to be slicing and dicing. So we're going to start with our onion here, and I'm going to be doing this Rockin' Robin super fine dice here. I think that really makes our dish a lot better. I know I personally don't like big chunks of onion or celery or, radishes. Once you get your onions to a super fine dice, hopefully you can see how small this is. It really makes a big difference in your end result. All right, once you get it to where you like it, like I like this, I'm going to place it into a large bowl. This is where we're going to mix everything into it. And I've got my eggs over here cooling. I've put them in an ice bath, and they are chilling out. I'm going to move into the celery now. The quickest way to get this into a nice little dice is to just slice your celery into thin strips. The smaller, the better. You'll have less work to do in the end. All right, so like that. Now that's not small enough for me. I like it even smaller. This is actually quite large, so I'm going to chop away at this. It is time for the radishes. I'm not even going to clean my board. I've got the leftover here of the celery, but no problem. No problem. So we're going to make thin slices here. All right, guys, have a look here at my super fine dice on the radishes. This is what you want, nice and small. All we have left now is the green onion. I'm gonna put everything in my bowl. Before I got done chopping, the potatoes were done. So we're gonna have to pour these into a colander. I'm pouring them into a strainer. And we're gonna let those cool. They've got to be completely cool before we mix everything together. With the green onions, after you wash them, we're going to just cut off the ends here and get everything lined up. And then we'll just do a nice thin slice all the way down. We're going to get into the green. And then I'm going to run my knife through this and make it nice and small. Here's the green onions with its super fine dice. And so now I'm going to place that into the bowl. Now I'm going to peel the eggs. Luckily my eggs are not too fresh so that they peel nicely. Now that the eggs are all clean, now it's time to chop them up. So the big question is she going to use the super fine dice on the eggs? The answer is no. We're gonna leave our eggs nice and chunky. By the way, look how nicely these got cooked up. You don't see any green or any other colors. They're beautifully cooked. 17 minutes is perfect. I'll just add these to our bowl. All right, we're coming down the home stretch now. We're getting everything almost ready to put in the bowl. So now I'm gonna take my mayonnaise and Miracle Whip combination here, and I'm gonna add the mustard to it so that I can blend it all together and get it mixed up. So I'm gonna put about, a little over a teaspoon. And I'm gonna stir it up and combine it well. All right, so once that's done, we're ready to put everything in our bowl. Take your spoon and go ahead and mix all of your diced up, veggies so that they're nicely distributed. It'll make mixing all this together a little bit easier. Less stirring because the potatoes are soft and you want to be real gentle with them. Okay, potatoes, here we go. Now I'm going to add the mayonnaise mixture here to this. I'm going to add the olives to this, kind of sprinkle them around. Now you get to toss gently, guys. Now get a look at this, guys. It's looking good. Now I think potato salad is always best the next day, or at least after it's set for a few hours. And what'll happen is it'll tend to dry out, I'll say. And you might want to add a little bit more mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. Just remember the 3-to-1 ratio, 3 parts mayonnaise with 1 part Miracle Whip. This is looking awesome. All right, I'm gonna put some salt in there, and this is all to taste. This is such a good recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna do this in layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and wanna stir this again so that that salt gets mixed in, and then I'm gonna salt it again. I usually do it about 3 times. So let me serve a little bit of this up right there in the bowl. Fit for a king, I say. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my potato salad recipe. I think you're really gonna love it, and if you do enjoy this video, please share it and give me a thumbs up. And also leave me a comment. Try the recipe and leave a comment below. Let me know how you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that button up there, and that way you'll be notified of new videos every week when they come out. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.